Welcome to Polanco, the most expensive neighborhood in Mexico and home to the country's millionaires. Where are you going to take us shopping today?
This one? I think we're going to go to Cartier.
To Cartier?
I want my husband to spoil me.
In fact, here, to give you an idea of the level, they come to service the Ferrari Tetra. We have here a Ferrari Roma, a 296 with a little massage, heated air. Not the millionaire's life in Polanco that we deserve.
Gold? And diamonds?
Golden diamonds.
What's the drink here? My dom is wondering. The most exclusive and expensive one here?
Go to stay at Luis Miguel's penthouse for one modest amount.
How?
That it wasn't Dom?
Let's see. Leave that good like and we're going to pass the after at Luis Miguel's house, Dad. Welcome to the concrete jungle, one of Latin America's most expensive cities. We are in the famous Mexico City, in the Polanco neighborhood, which is characterized by its new skyscrapers that the average Mexican cannot afford. Indeed, we are talking about rents between $5,000 to $10,000 to be able to live in one of these skyscrapers. Today, you'll understand why this neighborhood is home to Mexican millionaires and many foreigners. Polanco has consistently been one of the most exclusive and expensive neighborhoods. Many Jews came here from Spain and Germany, which explains the high number of foreigners. And it has made living here too expensive. Additionally, we have luxury dealerships here like Ferrari. The city market, the restaurants, the supermarkets, everything most expensive in the country, we find it here in the shopping areas. And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. A tour through the most exclusive parts and really see why it's so expensive and if it's really worth living here in Polanco. So what do you think if we quickly go for our presidential to give us a little tour? We need someone from Mexico City, the area many consider the most expensive, like San Pedro. As I mentioned in a previous video, Mexico City is becoming the most expensive city in Mexico. So I won't make more videos on this topic. And we're going to see really how much things cost around here and if that's happening is really sustainable. Let's go. To visit Polanquis, we need to go in style as there are many exotic and high-end items, including luxury cars.
Well now, as you know, this car is for the Sunday lifestyle. But this time we won't use this one. Because we have to go in a more presidential way, more executive, like more comfortable, to go enjoy some excellent restaurants. More low profile, right? Lowering the profile doesn't compromise comfort.
But we still go in a Mercedes, right?
Of course, and luxury.
Let's see, show me, come on, let's see, I'm excited. The truth is, I always like to draw attention. Wherever we go, we like to arrive in style. But it's true that the old money, those who have always had it, go with the presidential. Dad. Armored.
AMG.
Sure, comfortable.
So you can go about your business, so you can go on talking, and well, so you can see. It looks very calm, but inside it's like being on an airplane. First class essential, I think the other one you can even make up too. Here, of course, let's see more, come on.
Well, like this, of course, we're going to be very comfortable to get to know Polanco. But hey, the presidential, let's see. Wait a little bit, what does this have?
Well, you know that these cars, people usually see them, they are normal. But it's the comfort of being able to go, travel comfortably, and do your business. You can go check in both your emails and you can be on the phone. Isn't that cool? Can your seat be made into a bed? So here we have the controls. Here you can put little bottles of everything. It also comes with a champagne cooler. Of course, it has its champagne cooler here. And he guys decided to take.
In fact, like we were already looking at them with Luisito Comunica here to bring the bodziri and everything. Well, do you like whiskey, don't you?
I'm whiskey. But right now we are discussing drinks. Soju. Later on, you will see how we are going to bring loaded here with drinks and arrange to go to all the places in Polanco.
No, my friends, this is how you travel in style. Because I already know that in Polanco only sports cars move, pure armored ones. But this is already another level of presidential. Look, just how are we going? We're going as if we were here in bed. This is a 5-star hotel, isn't it? The ones with little curtains, let's see.
The little curtains, if you want. And if you don't lower them here, you lower the sunroof. Are the curtains. Now if you want to greet people, you lower the window. So that's the sunroof. You open it here, the sunroof.
So we can see the skyscrapers of Polanco. So, well, it doesn't come out anymore. And where are we heading?
Now we will explore one of the most exclusive areas, Polanco, and do some shopping.
Great. We're going to Palacio de Hierro in Polanco, where the millionaires spend their money. Captain, please take us there.
Yes, Captain.
Do you take precautions around here? Let's go watch a short movie on our way.
Here with the little remote.
Because with the traffic in Mexico City, my friends, what you really crave is a little champagne at Palacio de Hierro. And I know you really like Cartier, don't you? So do you want to spoil the boss lady, or is the boss lady going to spoil you?
It appears to be a mutual exchange. As I've always said, it goes both ways. She spoils me and I spoil her.
The other day she gave a watch to no one. And now the bossy woman called me and asked, are you going to surprise Beto? So we're going to pick up the princess, right? We're going to pick her up and give it to her. There's no time to waste. And well, you know that while we are traveling through the different parts of Polanco, we have to generate, right? So pick up the call, Daddy. What leaves first, then what fools? So we'll see each other now, yes. At the next stop, there's no time to waste. We bill even the journey here. And well, between meeting and meeting, what did you come here to do? Pedicure or how's the show? Well,
here we are, taking care of ourselves a little, pampering ourselves, getting ready, fixing up the bodywork so it's on point.
And all the treatments he has there for his calluses. It's not just about looking good, spending on brands, and eating at the best restaurants. You also have to pamper yourself.
It's a lifestyle that requires completeness, feeling good, and maintaining a healthy body.
Everything flows. Look at this beautiful place. We have Fernanda Cañas, the famous wife, here with us.
Mirror, mirror. Who is the most buchona in the county?
Fernanda Cañas?
Thanks, I already knew that, but wanted to hear it again.
How are we doing?
Good, look, and you?
Well, I would greet her there, but also here producing, right?
Oh, you know, we always have to have perfect hands.
That's all. So, well, obviously, if we're going to go buy the most exclusive pics, we also have to be ad hoc, right? Exactly. It has to be very beautiful to then meet up with her friends. So where are you going to take us shopping today?
I think we're going to go to Cartier.
To Cartier?
I want my husband to spoil me.
Oh, it's time to spend the Christmas bonus, isn't it?
Christmas?
That's all.
Since we hadn't spent it.
Well, look, are you going to let my beautiful friends get ready? And well, they should prepare for shopping, right? And to think that when I go shopping, I leave with the first thing I grab, right? Well, when we visit the top areas, we must be at our best. Let's not delay and head to the presidential suite. Welcome to Mazarik Avenue, one of the most famous areas of Polanco, because here we find the best brand stores. As you can see, we have Louis Vuitton here. In fact, I once came here with my Louis Vuitton Nissan GTR, which, well, puts on a good show. This is where preppies and companies come to shop. Rolex is available here. This avenue is very well known because we literally find brands that you wouldn't find in other parts of the country. For example, Audemars Piguet, which you already know is a very expensive watch brand. Beto gave this exact gift to his wife. We also have Rolex here, and we could spend many, many hours here, well, spending money. After all, literally, the most expensive houses are here because we are in Old Polanco, so to speak. And apart from these boutiques, we also find Palacio de Hierro. We find many stores throughout this district. And this is where a large majority of exotic cars are also concentrated. In fact, Don Juan likes to come for a walk a lot because we are close to this entire neighborhood. Now, yes, Las Lomas, Chapultepec, and many other neighborhoods are where all the mansions are located. Here, obviously, are, well, what would be the apartments? Imagine what an apartment can cost you here. In the middle of the shopping area, so it's there. Additionally, it's one of the safest areas in all of Mexico, and it also serves, well, for strolling, and there are many restaurants. So, for privacy reasons, we can't be recording the purchases because obviously, well, the customers are exclusive. They are very dear to record. We've made numerous videos about it. But what do you think if we leave Hublot, Tiffany Co., Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana for the new reach? And now we really go to see the purchases that the Extravaganza family has made. Indeed, while we are here documenting it, they do not waste time and went to shop at one of the most exclusive stores, indeed at Cartier. So let's do the unboxing. There's no time to waste. Let's see what I've bought. And well, the little shopping has already been done. Look, just let's see. What do you think if we do a little bit of unboxing?
Okay.
Look. Just that, huh? The little gifts arrived. We start. Why? For this? We're going to open this one first. Okay, huh? Bought for the whole week, I think, huh?
One for each day.
That's all. Come here with the little ticket. purchase certificate, right?
Yes, the authenticity certificate.
There are many affordable, genuine items here that appeal to dogs. It's clear they enjoy chatting a lot. I have already seen what you've bought, but
Look, nothing.
more.
How are you, Don?
About how much is this valued there? Just to give you an idea, can we say prices?
Better they look it up on the internet. Exactly. Look, nothing more.
That-
Otherwise, they claim you're exaggerating.
What materials are these?
Gold and diamonds?
Gold and diamonds? No way. Just with one of these, I think I can retire for a month. What a satisfaction to do unboxings, right?
I love this. Look.
And on top of that, here a Maybach Mercedes, very comfortable. It's getting set. Well, this is the lifestyle of a woman from the Lomas de Polanco.
They are two the same because one
Is-
of Beto and one is mine.
So Beto also chickened out?
Yes, of course.
So you see, right? Well, it's also necessary to
We have to pamper him. We have to
pamper him. We have to
pamper him. But well, his mine.
point, right? That, in fact, also
We have-
watches Tiffany.
Yes, we both have it.
A Rolex, a Diamantos. And speaking of watches, how did he give her a watch?
Well, now I come so that she sees that he is not the only one who can give me things. I can too. Look.
Here, the women with money also indulge. Hey,
Shakira, exactly.
where can I get one of those? I also want to be pampered like that. Eh?
Well, you'll see that you're going to find them.
You're going to give it your all, my God. Then here comes the guy. Wow. That one's gold too, isn't it?
Yes, this one is rose gold.
Throw it.
Boxes?
Look, nothing. Plus this beauty, my friends. Let's see if the certificate can be seen here. With an instruction manual, they put the caliber and everything here.
Yes, they put all the watch information there. I mean,
Literally, this is like the birth certificate. These pieces are extremely valuable. My friends ensure everything comes with a certificate to guarantee authenticity. The luxury purchases are complete and it's time to enjoy them.
now give it to her and see how it goes. Let's see if she likes it. Let's see if we can surprise her. I
Think she's not expecting it because they say no, she's going to spend the money again, but that's what money is for.
to spend it.
So she's used to the boss being to her liking, but I think we don't lose sight of the fact that the tastes were going to be for him. Exactly.
I wanted to surprise him because as he gave me the watch at Christmas, well, now he's going to give it.
So you see, sharing wealth, my friends, today it's one, tomorrow it's the other. A couple is a team that must support each other. A few blocks away is the famous city market, the most expensive supermarket shopping center where they sell lobsters and the most expensive whiskeys. And coincidentally, we also have Ford and many other cars. In fact, one day I came across a McLaren Senna out of nowhere. But indeed, one of the things that stands out the most is that they have an official Ferrari store where we find the best cars in the entire country. To give you an idea of the level, they service Ferraris here. We have a Ferrari Roma, a 296. There are many Ferraris here, including the latest generation models, 1, 2, 3, and more. If they were to sell Ferraris in Mexico City, it would likely be in the Polanco neighborhood. So now you know the official Ferrari store, and well, it couldn't be anywhere else but in Polanco. If you want to buy a Ferrari, you know where to go, but the truth is most people here drive trucks. Let's continue the tour. There's much more to see and no time to waste. Let's go. Look, just the design of the buildings, everything super futuristic, much more modern. Because, well, what does Mexico City know? It's much more traditional. As you can see, there are numerous offices here. I'm going unnoticed in the Cadillac. Many office and international workers come here to live. There are also numerous squares and similar gathering places. The architecture in Nuevo Polanco is truly remarkable. These buildings are incredibly cool. I better head inside. We want to go unnoticed and not draw too much attention. That's why we're using a Cadillac today, not sports cars. Remember, my friends, we need to keep a low profile here. But yes, there are too many businessmen here, and speaking of businessmen, I'm going to show you something that will blow your minds. Quick little stop. We leave the Cadillac here to show you one of the craziest buildings he made. None other than a very well-known businessman here in Mexico, who is Carlos Slim. One of the toughest on the planet, and indeed one of the toughest in all of Mexico. Inside here are housed some treasures, my friends, of Mexican history. It's impressive and internationally recognized. He dedicated it to his late ex-wife, may she rest in peace. So the best part is that this is free, It's known that one of the world's largest fortunes belongs to Carlos Slim's family, which is a beautiful thing. As a fully Mexican architect, I had to show it to him. The architecture here, while not considered international, is 100% Mexican, albeit with international development. Mexico is gradually becoming more international. Look, just look at this beautiful piece of art. And right there, we also have one of the most expensive penthouses in the area. Look, just look at this beautiful video. Now, how much does it cost to live in an apartment in Polanco? We're discussing minimum rents ranging from $3,000 to $15,000 with penthouses worth a fortune. In fact, to make it as simple as possible, I myself rented here for a week, an Airbnb, and I'm going to show you how much it costs. As you can see, this is full of skyscrapers and this is an average apartment. I have to tell you that the amenities are very good. So before we talk about prices, how about I show you what it's like to live in Polanco, because this is the new trend. So join me and let's see how Mexican millionaires and many foreigners live in these lands. To start, we have multiple paddle and tennis courts, which is a pretty posh sport in the area. But it's the least you can expect if you're paying $10,000 in monthly rent. As we've progressed through the video, we now understand why the area is so expensive, and it makes sense. There are millionaires worldwide, and that's what I try to demonstrate, whether it's in Venezuela or Cuba. Worldwide, millions of people live in various places. But I'm curious, as I've told you before, the vast majority of people living here are foreigners. Because a Mexican, one who has a lot of money, lives very close to here, which is actually in Lomas de Chapultepec, where all the mansions are. After all, this place has high security and privacy. And it's fine for people who are just passing through like me, or people who work for multinationals, etc. Because after all, Mexico is a country in full expansion, which is close to the United States, and somewhere the wealthy people have to live, right? It feels like we're living in a beach club here, with the increasing number of skyscrapers making it more and more like Dubai. We just need good weather, since it's currently chilly. But friends, look at this beauty. And well, for those who are wondering how much an apartment costs, obviously we're talking about starting from 10 million pesos and up. If you're lucky enough to be able to live here at the peak of success in the Chilango lands. So how about I show you the apartment I've rented, which costs approximately $2,000 a week. We are on the 10th floor, so join me as we teleport and really see what's on offer. 40,000 pesos per month. Welcome to my presidential penthouse in Polanco. Don't believe it. This is basically what they give you, approximately 50,000 pesos a week. A kitchen, well, a normal size, that's for sure, good appliances. And what I like the most is exactly that it has what is necessary. For me, and really, as you can see, I have my setup here because it doesn't matter where I work from. I work in Polanco for its security and convenient location, which allows me to easily get around. Mexico City is incredibly wide. I really enjoyed this set. That was quite good. These plants look quite expensive. I'm not sure of their exact cost, but they can be cheap. And what I like the most is that it has a lot of lighting. In fact, everything works with electric curtains. So if I want to lift them, what do I do? Look, and we can enjoy all the views. So for work, to be honest, I was very moved by this wheel of skyscrapers. So obviously I have no need to be here, but the reality is that before being here, due to the dates, I couldn't find accommodation, and I was in another area where they charged me like $3,000. Not only is housing going up here in Polanco, it's going up all over the country. So the reality is that it's very expensive for foreigners to come here. So well, these are the views we have, as you can see. I like it because from here I can see the little pool, well focused, the little pool. And if there's any neighbor like that who's checking the weather, or I have to do any business meeting there, you know? What a smell, neighbor. I need some oil. Peter Parker. But after seeing property prices, we're going to continue like this with the route, and we're going to charge batteries. Because we've already seen what accommodation costs, we're going to see how much it costs to live in the area. After some successful shopping, it's time to eat. First, we're going to go to the Louis Vuitton penthouse which is wild. I've been to Wild in Dubai, and there are views of the Burj Khalifa. Let's see if the one in Polanco, Mexico City is as exclusive. Being at the top of the Louis Vuitton penthouse must be awesome. Let's not talk anymore. Let's explore Mexico's luxurious cuisine. Let's go, if I can avoid getting run over. We had to come during the day, because here in Polanco, it's really hard to find a table, especially at night. It's more of a club to enjoy a carajillo and honestly, to have a good time. They have a private area here. It's just so beautiful. Literally, it feels like we are in a private zoo here, something really nice. Obviously, we are going to have access to a private part. Look, even Listerine. They provide mouthwash, perfume, and other luxuries here. You know, it's quite upscale. In fact, they have a private, very important person section here, so when the artists visit, customers can come and be touched by them. I mean, it's very important here that you have exclusivity at all levels, right? So there are a lot of business people who want their private areas, so they come here, they bring you your little champagne, you have a private area here, etc., where you can chat. But we want to go to Mejunje, right? So we're going to go to the chillest little terrace. Let's check the cost and quality of food in Polanco. Join me, there's no time to waste. Let's go. And honestly, it has been a pleasant surprise. I think it's because I'm used to Dubai, which isn't super expensive. But normally there you can pay thousands of dollars. So we've grabbed a little bit of fish, small salmon scud steak, the catch of the day. And I think it comes out to about $500, which is quite a lot for Mexico. But for the quality of the food, for what we're seeing, look, just that. What do you think?
Everything looks delicious, especially the ramen.
I love it.
The ramen?
We've ordered quite a lot of international, but I'm eager to try. I've been told that in this area, they have the most expensive taco in Mexico, which is approximately 800 pesos. Leave a good like. Would you like us to do cheap taco versus expensive taco? Would that be good, right?
Would it be tasty?
So, bon appetit. After that snack, it's time to re-energize. Yes, indeed, we have the most exclusive drinks here in Polanco, don't we? How does this work? Let's see, we have to press here and...
You have to have a good little tequila. But well, are you already drinking whiskey? Personally, I'm a whiskey drinker. The truth is that I'm into whiskeys, but now yes. Which one is Macallan 18? Is this the James Bond one? I prefer Blue Label.
Blue Label is an elixir. It's an elixir.
You know, it has to be like this because it's supposed to have a better distillation. The better it suits you. But the reality is that always everything with abuse, always.
With abuse? I don't think that's the message, no.
No, I mean, always with abuse. Even if you're the best, something's going to happen to you, right? But let's see how much the most expensive drink at the bar is. Aren't we at the open bar? Capi, how are you? Good afternoon. Hey, Capi, what's the drink? Here? My Dom is wondering what's the most exclusive and expensive here. Most expensive.
For drinks, we only have the King George whiskey. For what? Is the glass worth $1,600? $1,600 for the glass?
So, about 100 for the rucos? And the little bottle? The bottle is worth $32,000. $32,000.
Pesos, okay? Not so bad, not so bad. 32,000 generalos pesos. One day is possible.
One day in a few seconds, Dad.
That in a few seconds of trading. So that it doesn't...
You think that I come empty-handed. Your wife sent me to give you a little gift. Damn, I took her shopping. She took me, so... Please.
Brother, man, is that so? I'm going to send you to Dubai and I'm going to bring you back every week.
In fact, Beto really likes going to Dubai because there are dirty things that not even in Polanco, but you already know it, what comes here in Polanco. In fact, of part of your family, your brother-in-law who is now going to come, also lived here, right?
Yes, my brother-in-law lived here for a long time. He really likes the neighborhood. It's just that it's a very exclusive neighborhood, but at the same time, it's very comfortable because there's everything.
That's for sure. Well, you've seen that we have stores, restaurants, security.
Damn, my door.
Yes, no. What do you think?
It's something beautiful for the camel. I deserve it. It's
The life we deserve.
It's the life we deserve. We have to be in tune with. Good buddy, good buddy.
In Polanco, you're not afraid they will take it away from you because Polanco is heavily armored, full of politicians and businessmen.
Well, and now, something good. We are ready now. Yes, already some...
Beauties, right? Of course, very comfortable.
To celebrate our hard work and accomplishments, we're going to give it our all and enjoy ourselves.
Two 1956 whiskeys, please. They go down well. And well, the Cañas family has arrived here. The sweet gypsy, those from Polanco, those from the neighborhood friends.
But mine.
I've got some coffee, but here it's all Carajillo.
Little coffee?
But here it's the Carajillo.
With
The successes, blessings for everyone.
Luis Miguel was coming from Polanco, almost at the corner of the peripheral.
Because my uncles, who are very famous singers, were going to Luis Miguel's house with Luis Miguel's father, with Luisito Rey. Luis Miguel was talking to my uncles.
Because my uncles from the Castro,
Who were at the Caesar Palace in the best hotels in Las Vegas.
with Francinatas.
Look, we have some uncles who are extremely famous here in Mexico in another era from what was the Mexico of yesterday. Are they composers? So, Luis Miguel always dreamed of my uncle Arturo Castro, who is the master composer, and he would say to Arturo, I want you to make me a record. So that's why we know where for many years Luis Miguel lived here, a few blocks away. The street is Monte Elbrus, and I'm going to tell you a fact there. Curious today as ever. Nowadays, you can rent through that application, go stay at Luis Miguel's penthouse for a modest amount. How hasn't it been done?
Let's see, leave a good like and we're going to spend the after at Luis Miguel's house. Dad, come on, let's find each other. Let's do work. Come on. And well, the night continues in Polanco. Let's see what it's about as we have taken, well, you already know, in the presidential limousine because this has just begun. In fact, this at night looks much cooler. Look, just what a beauty here, all the little screen. Look.
Hey, boss gang. Hey, here we are now. Ready, ready, ready? Now we really have to bring out the champagne, don't we, Daddy? Am I at drinks?
Now, yes? Oh, please, I've seen a thing, Don. Few cars and more here in Mexico City can't have a curtain, and this brings a curtain. Let's see, Beto.
Here.
Let's go. There's going to be a little curtain down. Let's see. There it is. Well, no, anyone brings a curtain?
And as always, here's a Soyu drinks. Where from? What are we going to prepare? From Korea? From the breaking ramen? From the breaking ramen.
Come on. We're not wasting time, my friends. We're in Polanco, and even on the way, we keep the party going. So, I guess we find ourselves here like the Saints, also more exclusive, right?
Well, you know that here Polanco is an area where logically the most exclusive Saints are. You will know the bills are somewhat strong because it is the most expensive area, but you will see what a mess. Coming soon, many likes, and we throw a party at one of the Saints here in Polanco, but...
Wait, I'm going to tell you something. Don't make your mouth small in the humble. Someone here in Mexico City has been the big cheese and has had the best tables in all the clubs in the Polanco area. At the metropolitan area level, it's Mr. Beto Chi and Adair Chi.
Oh, we've spent time here, but now we're getting serious. Well-learned lessons are never forgotten.
Listen, but I'm going to tell you something. We're having a Korean drink as it should be, but we're not driving.
Of course.
Be responsible, always the responsible driver. Yeah, dog?
The captain urged, bring on the Joker, Captain. There's no time to lose. Let's get to the mess, Captain Joker. Look, nothing more here, pure mecha. By the way, put on the party lights. This doesn't have party lights. Come on.
We'll put it on right now. We have to change its color and level it. We'll give it right now.
Depending on the mood we come in, really, isn't it?
Of course, we're getting started. We're just starting. Get romantic, get romantic. It's the...
Pre?
Hey.
Hey. Let's listen to some Luis Miguel, all right? Let's see how it goes.
We're in Polanco. Want to listen to Luis Miguel? What's up, dude? What does it say? What does it say?
How hot is it?
Son.
Here on the beach.
There it goes. Come on.
How does the song go? Beto, are you a fan of Luis Mi?
The Vikina has sorrow and pain that...
Come on, let's give it a go. The truth is that I've had a great time in the lands of Polanco. For me, it's one of my favorite neighborhoods. Yes, it is true that I think the cost of living in this neighborhood is skyrocketing. Let me know in the comments. As Mexicans, do you find it expensive? Is it worth it? Polanco remains the most exclusive neighborhood in the country, as some areas will always be pricier than others. Leave a like if you want us to cover this topic in other Mexican neighborhoods, as this is happening in various cities. I'm sure you've had to experience it. So, a lot of support to all those people who are trying to adapt to all these neighborhoods. Unfortunately, they have to move due to skyrocketing costs, but this is my opinion. After having lived here for about 5 years, he will be reading your comments. What do you think about it? And what did you think? The most eccentric neighborhood in Mexico, I rate them